Good morning, everyone. I did not see Mary on, and I didn't see a message from her, so I'm hoping she's getting some good sleep and rest this morning. But I wanted to come on. Scott actually had work today, so let's work in our bits and bobs binders. This is like when you clear your table off of any bits and bobs, whatever's left on your desk. And I have redone mine to go rainbow style, except for pocket 5 is still my fabrics and napkins kind of thing. I'm not going to do fabric today because I want to do some cards. And I've got the Paper Studio cards, that you get in a box like this. My sister had gotten these for me for Christmas one year. And I'm trying to get cards made up with them so that I have cards on hand. It's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 a.m.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. That means it's time that Scott's out the door. He is out the door. Tippy, you're going to have to get in your basket and behave. So I have a lot of purple envelopes left. So I figured I'd do my purple pocket today. So actually, I'm going to use the one labeled Violet. And what you do is everything that's in that pocket, you pull it out and try to use it. So I'm going to put my pile right here. I think I have a lot of purple. I like purple. My binder's starting to fall apart. I need to get some of those hole protector things. But I did check and see if Mary was on. So I'm hoping I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. I tried not to. All right, so that's everything that was in that pocket. I'm going to set my binder aside. And let's work on some envelopes in the purples and the violets. I don't know how many I'll get made. Let's just pull out the violety ones. That's the cards and the envelopes for right now. And we'll just go with the light color. And I generally like to do things on a black mat. And so my mats I'm going to cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Let's count up how many of these we have. It's probably going to be like 12, but I'm not going to get that many done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 15. Hi, Barbara. Good morning. So I'm going to quickly cut some, and I'm still in PJs and my robe. So it's cold here. I'm going to wait for the sun to get up before I get dressed because it's cold here. And I know it's not cold compared to those, like in Canada. Let's just cut 2 sheets of black into some mats. So I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. I do better if I stand up to do this. I'm going to move my pile of stuff. So good morning, everybody. So there's 4 inches and 4 inches. And I'll put this in this pile of bits and bobs and maybe we'll use it. So this needs to be at 5 1/4. That gives you 1/8 of an inch all the way around your mat to show the color of the card. And I'll show you that here as soon as I get these cut. And then we'll just build up stuff on the cards. You guys have seen me make cards like this before, but I figured I could come on and do a video. And I haven't been able to do as many as I would have liked. I'm going to have to figure out how to do videos when Scott's retired. I told him, I said, I really need a building of my own. Oh, golly. He just looked at me like I was crazy, but that's okay. That's what husbands are supposed to do, right? All right, I'm going to get some tape. I need to do some cards with dimensional tape at some point just to use it up. I don't like to make dimensional cards to try to mail because the mail charges you extra, for that. And the internal plastic rings of this tape, my cats love those to play with. Good morning, Ian. It's Morning with Becky doing cards in your PJs. So if you got your PJs on, you're part of the PJ party. So I've got my mats cut. There's 8 of them here. So that's about half of the cards I have pulled out. But you see, when you put this on, you'll end up with a little border. And that's what I want. So basically, I'm just going to build my cards on the mats. And then we'll attach them all to the cards at the end. I could come down a little bit. There we go. So yay, Scott had work today. So I'm able to come on and play. Oh, I'd love to use her on a card. She's going to stick off a little, I think. No, not much. She just looks funny. She doesn't have any legs. So I'm going to lay some of these out here. Let's just go through our stuff. Let's do 4 at a time. These are pretty. These would be like an instant card. These were actually cut from greeting cards. And I thought I'd use them better in making my own cards. Hi, Brenda. I'm not sure what the temp is right now here. Let me go check on our little weather station. Hang on. It's 32 here. So yeah, we're about at the same temperature. The dog didn't really want to go out this morning. Now this could be pretty. This is off somebody's envelope. I could use it on either side and then put this card on there. I'm going to cut this down to the 1/4 inch smaller than the mat. So that would be 3 3/4. And it's not going to be perfect because, I kind of tore the envelope. So 3 3/4 by 5. I could come up a little bit and trim it straighter. And then flip it this way. So I'm glad there's some folks up and about. Yeah, that is pretty chilly for Florida. So like I said, I can use either side. That didn't want to. I think my blades wore out. I better order some more. That'll have to wait though. All right. This could be an interesting side here. And what you can do is you could make another mat to go around this. So if I measure this and cut a mat to fit it, let me see what I've got here. This is, of course it has to be some weirdo shape. All right, so that's going to be 3 3/8. 3 1 2 3/8. Oh, look, this one I've I had scored for something. Oh well. 3 3/8. And then this way it needs to be, oh geez. Yeah. So I'll do this at 4 1/8. 4 1/8. And this will highlight the flowers by matting them. See, and then I'll stick that on there. All right, so this will be a quick card. I'm going to go ahead and put this one together. Yeah, we're supposed to be 85 up here by Friday, and I need it to be a little bit warmer before I go out and do yard work. And then last night, the cats got cold, so they got in tight to Scott and they took all the blankets. So I woke up and my side of the bed had a big old gaping hole and my arms and legs were just frozen. I said, "You little stinkers, freezing mama to death." And I'm the one that changes the litter box and feeds you and does all the stuff you need. The guys around here, they enjoy the cats, but they don't enjoy doing any of the maintenance of the cats. Sorry, guys. It's true. Greg came home, and because he works overnight, for anybody that doesn't know, that's my son. And he still lives here with us. He's 36, still lives at home, but oh well. He said they had a battery fire at the charging station, and all they knew to do was run around, battery fire. And Greg's like, "Well, where is it? Where's it on fire?" And he went over and he got the right fire extinguisher for the thing. And they're like, "How do you know how to do all this stuff?" He said, "I worked 8 years in maintenance at Home Depot's warehouse. I know how to do all this stuff." They don't have a maintenance person on overnight, or at least they don't think they do. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, we got to get you in that position." So I don't know. He might have room to grow at this new job. So we'll see how it goes. But he came home and told me about that and went and laid down. And then we heard him snoring away. "Mina, you're up. You're up early. Or maybe you haven't been to bed yet." I'm putting all the tape on these all at once. Mina's being a night owl. We tried to go to bed early, but with him, Scott not having work and being home, we got all mixed up. So it took me forever to get to sleep last night. Now, generally, if there's a cat nearby, I'll throw this empty ring and they'll have a big time, but they're all cold and tucked into beds, and I want to use every bit of it. See, they love these things. I'll pitch it over there. One of them will come along and play with it. All right, I'm going to put this mat on first. So Anne and Mina and Brenda and Barbara are here. If anybody else is here, I missed you. But welcome to everybody that's here and chatting. I got that porch cleared off, and then I've been wanting to go out there and sit, but it's been so frigid. Even in the afternoons when the sun beats in there. Told Scott I would love to turn it into like a regular sun porch with glass windows, maybe with some of those that crank out at the top. That would be nice to let the heat out. Now I'm getting warm because I'm busy, so I'm going to lose the heavy robe. Whew. Got my Make Every Day Saturday nightie on. So it's Saturday according to my nightie. Anyway, I'm a little goofy this morning. Sorry. Barbara, what time is it over there with you all? Let's see. You're 6 hours ahead of me, right? So it's about noon by you. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. I wasn't sure if any of the other UK ladies would be up. Janet's probably on her walk with Freddie. You guys, I've got to get my eating under control. I weighed myself last night, and I'm heavier than I've been in forever. I've got to get back on the stick, get walking. I think that medication she put me on that helped me not eat made things worse when I went off. So I really don't want to be on another medication that I have to be on. I need to just figure out what cues me to overeat and get that under control more than I need another medication, since our insurance won't cover that anyway. I'm going to put this in the upper corner, and then I'm going to see if I've got some hellos cut out that I can put down here. I could go ahead and get one of the cards. We'll have a card made just that quickly out of my bits and bobs. Oh, to be able to use up all the purple cards and all this stuff in the bits and bobs folder, but I've got a lot in there. This pile is huge. Oh, it's 10:15 a.m. where you are. So you are about 4 hours difference between here and there. It's very interesting to me that the time differences and, how they work out. All right. Let me think where I put them. I think they're right here beside me. All my die cuts that I have cut out. Let's see if we've got some words cut out here. Oh, there's plenty of cat hair floating from where they lay right there. Let's see. I could have swore I had some that have words. Flowers and flowers and more punched flowers. I need to do some flower making sometime. Well, I'm not seeing any words. I'll add words later. Could have swore I had some though. But you know what I do have? I have a section in my bits and bobs binder that's words and phrases. We might just find something in there. We'll do that after we make all the cards. So there's card 1. So we'll start stacking them there. And see, I could do the same thing here. Find something in my stack. I'll set that black aside. Find something in here that we can use as a background. I don't really have any yellow in here. I don't think that'll look good. Could do some pieces. You guys can't see this pile over here. Got all this pile of stuff here. That would be a cool mat, but again, we don't have those colors in there. Let's see. Now that's pretty. I might use that one. And I'll mat the flower, but I'll cut this to fit here. I know there's still some on here because it doesn't feel like a plastic ring. Well, maybe I'll trim it to length first. Cut it a little long, and then I'll trim it off later. Hi, Carol. Oh, how aggravating, Brenda. I hate that when you do good and you lose it and then it creeps back up on you. I know I've been overeating and eating the wrong things. But when you are a comfort eater, like I am, any little bit of anxiety or upset and I'm eating. It's not a good situation. Oh, thank you, Barbara. He's cute. I hold my yarn weird. I don't wrap it around my fingers at all. It goes up over my index finger and then I just hold it against the fabric. So I don't do the whole wrap around my finger business. My mother says I'm doing it wrong. But hey, I make stuff. Just because you don't do it by the book doesn't mean it's wrong. It means you do it your way. That's what I always tell people that want to learn to crochet. If it's not working for you, try to find what works for you. Everybody has a different way of holding yarn. Don't be hung up on the right way. Because sometimes your way is better. Oh yeah, and then I'll mat this. So we need to find out how big this is. And this is another one of those where, well, this one, that won't fit. This needs to be cut at 1 past the 3/4. And hopefully my length will hide. I've got that. For some reason, I had scored this paper. It'll be all right. We're going to make it work. 4 3/4. I got a little bit of that score on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be underneath the flower and hardly visible. I thought about trying to do StreamYard this morning and see if anybody wanted to come on with me, but I figured it's pretty early. Oh, thank you, Barbara. We're actually, for some reason, getting a second Starbucks in Casey. We've got one on Knox Abbott Drive, and now they're putting one up on the hill from us toward I-77. So I guess people traveling I-77, if they need a coffee, it's going to be straight off the exit.
Literally, you come off 77, you'll make a right at the light and then a right at the next light, and you'll be at the Starbucks. And I noticed we went to the Bojangles, which is right next to where the new Starbucks is going to be. And we were sitting there eating our food, watching traffic, watching the sun go down, because it's a really good place to watch the sunset, which I know is weird. We go to Bojangles to watch the sunset, but whatever. And people were pulling in and turning around because I guess the app is already showing that Starbucks is open. And see, that's why you got to be careful how you pull them, because there's still paper in there. And I told Scott, I said, I should be hollering at them to go across the street to Koala Coffee, because there's a Koala Coffee just across the street. You can still get coffee. Just go across the street. But I know, Starbucks people, if you want a Starbucks, that's what you want. You don't want no, different coffee company. I'm using up some tape. I'm getting excited about using things up. I want to participate in the So Frugal, and I've got free online patterns that I've printed off from Tina Givens. One's called a Faye dress, and then I got 2 other of her patterns, and there are a couple of her patterns I want to purchase, but I can't do it right now. Oh, let's see. Oh, trigger finger is no fun. What I'm trying to do is the space I have here, I'm trying to mimic on this purple. So hopefully it's close enough. And then I can put this. Now see, that's going to drive me crazy. Good enough. Good enough. Making cards. Yeah, Carol, when do you hit the road? And does that mean you gain time as you go across Canada? Oh, I love her. So like Dottie, her name is, it's not Alicia. It starts with A. Oh, I can't remember her name. She tells you at the beginning. There's another cat toy. The only problem with me just pitching them over there is I'll forget they're there and turn the light off and then step right on it. But that's okay. When the cats wake up, they'll think they're in heaven. They've got enough. Everybody can have their own. Allison. That's so like Dottie. Her name is Allison. Every Sunday, I watch Dee and Dory Design Dreamers. They just do a video on Sunday, and I never miss them. And Dee's son, Nate, sometimes is on too. And I always make sure I leave a message on their video for Nate and say, hey, Nate, because that's his thing. He likes to tell everybody, hey. And what they do is they do like sewing challenges. They have a box of different challenges. Like this week, they did animal prints. And I'm trying to think of what they drew for the next time. I can't remember. They've done like same pattern, but don't tell each other what kind of fabric they're using. And don't say which view on the pattern they're going to do. They've done that. They've done plaid. They've done all kinds of different challenges, which has been kind of interesting. So there's card 2. I need cards, so that's why I'm on here doing this. Okay, this could be fun with our girl because she's got that pink on and the blue. But it's bothering me that she has no legs. And is she a sticker? I don't think she's a sticker. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to cut this as a mat to fit that. So if I cut this at 5 and then cut this at 3 3/4, that'll give me the exposure on here. I'm going to try to trim this off just a little bit. It'll make it a little smaller, but that fuzzy part's going to bother me. All right, so if we put this on here, you wouldn't think that tiny little bit would make that much of a difference, but it did. And I can put her on there. Now, could put a frame on her face. No, we're not going to do that. Why doesn't she have any legs? It's really bothering me. Oh, this is a card. Nobody signed it. It already says Courage Strong. If I mat that and put it on a card, it'll be done. Who did that? Uh-oh. Yeah, I wish that the koala coffee got more attention, but it's kind of behind. It's by a truck stop, which you'd think would be good, but it's right next to a dodgy motel that, the city has trouble with prostitution and drugs out of. So, yeah. I'm looking at this, wondering. Let's cut that out. I don't think, no, it's not going to work. I'm looking at it now, and my brain's going, are you crazy? And I got some pretty flowers and a kitty cat that's peeking around the corner that could be put in the frame. All of these cards like that, they make instant cards. I'm looking to see if I've got anything. These are some of the stickers that Lisa made me. At least I think it was Lisa. Could put those 3 down there side. It's an idea. Oh, if I had some little shoes, that would be cute. This looks like something we did a prompt game on. I love this picture of the penguins with their beak, or the birds. It's got a little glue on it. Their beaks look like they're lit up. That's got a little adhesive on the back. Well, traffic has picked up on I-77. I can hear the tractor trailers now. So the day has officially started. Oh, I like that. All right, I'm going to start just putting this together. This has got some glue on it, but not enough to hold it down. Cut 2 ovals and I'll have shoes. All right, well, let's see what we got here. I've got this little piece of purple sitting here. Let's see what I can do. I want to use this piece. It's got stickum on it because it's sticking to everything in my bits and bobs binder. I'm just going to put this as a random bit here. I needed to do something besides crochet. I'm almost done with a corner to corner using that blanket yarn I got at Hobby Lobby. It's not a very big blanket at all. Maybe a lap blanket or one to keep in the car if you're going to travel somewhere and you want to have, you know, a blanket in there in case you break down. Oh, I'm supposed to go to a birthday party on Saturday. Scott had wanted to go to the Antique Wireless Association meet up in Charlotte, but due to circumstances, we won't be doing that. So, and I don't have far to go to the birthday party. So that's next weekend. Thank you, Mina. Okay, bye, Barbara. Thanks for coming in the little foxy treat that popped up. Uh-oh. This early morning time works out pretty good for me, but Wednesday I'll be on at noon, provided nothing happens around here that's crazy. And we'll finish up our little journal on Wednesday, our little envelope and card journal. We'll do that Wednesday. I still need to look through my stash and see what I have that I can use for embellishments on that. All right, so we need a card base brought over here. And I guess I'm going to stick the girl down because I don't think she's got adhesive on her. This is the opening. I just like to have cards made, you know, ahead of time. I don't know. Let's see here. I have all these lovely flowers somebody made. Didn't sign the back of them. There we go.
It's a pretty flower too. That's one of my own stamps. Let's see. A little piece of black paper. I'm going to put this on first. Let's see. Last night we went to the Goodwill over by the VA hospital. We haven't found much over there in a long time. I found some more of that loopy yarn, but I decided it was just too much work to cut that thread to turn it into regular yarn, and I'm not going to do the finger method with the yarn, so I left it there for somebody else that wants to do that. Okay. Me too. Hey, I'd rather be more prepared than less prepared when it comes to breaking down. Oh, come on. I shook you down. I just need enough to hold it in place. Now it's sticking to my finger. Of course. Put that one there. Makes it look like she's dancing. Uh-oh. Here we go. Hmm. Now that's probably way more tape than she needed, but I used black to match her shirt. There we go. Looks like she's being a cool chica. I rarely have to wear a coat here. If I do, I take it off when I get in the truck because it's blooming hot in the truck. Because I drive our big truck more than Scott does because it burns so much gas that it stays mainly in the driveway. But there was a time when we had one car, and if I needed to do anything, I had to take Scott to work. And, people always say you can't live on one income. Well, if you don't have two cars, and if you, don't spend a ton of money on clothes and that kind of thing. I've never been a clothes. I think Scott has more clothes than I do. All right. I will add sentiments and
things to the front. So now she's got some little shoes. So that was a good idea. Thank you. So there's another card made. Bring out another mat. I kind of like the cat peeking through the frame. It almost looks like it's his mug shot because it's got some numbers right there. But we could cover that part with flowers or something. So I think I'll glue that on there. Oh, it's got film strip things. I wonder if I could pop those out. Let me get my pokey tool and see if I can poke those out. I'm not seeing my pokey tool. There it is. I don't know if they're poked all the way through. Yeah, they are. I know, this is very interesting, watching me poke the little doohickeys out. But oh, for anybody that needs paper storage, Amy Aljon, I shared a link in my group. She's gonna build some paper storage for her painty papers next week, and she did a video telling you the dollar store items you'll need to make a paper storage. And I might need to go and do that because I'd like to put my paper in some storage. The painty paper by color. I think I would use it more often. All right, I'm going to trim this cat down so it fits inside this opening, but not over those holes. So if I trim him at 1 and if I trim him down to like 1 5/8 or a little less. Well, let's straighten up his side here. There, and then at the I need him to be flat across the top here too. So let's now, how tall does it need to be? It needs to be about 2.5 inches tall. Where's my little frame? I'm being fiddly. Looks like if I cut his ear off on this side. I'm eyeballing at this point. Let's see. That looks to be about right. Maybe a little bit more so that the white's not showing on this edge. Bring it over to there. Fiddly bits. And then if I stick him down, then I can trim that off. And then when I mount him on a black mat, see, the holes will be black. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'm just going to put the glue on the frame. I don't need a ton of glue. I'll clean up my cutter. Come on, move over. No. No. Behave. Using up my scraps. One card at a time. Come on. If you guys haven't seen Ann Lahr's Beatles book, you need to go watch her video from the other day. It's so cool. All right, now where'd the cat go? Oh, never mind. Hi, Trish. Good morning. Oh, I didn't. I cut just the one so he would fit in the frame. So now I need a mat to go behind that that's just slightly bigger than this. So if I cut the mat at 2 5/8, this is the card mat, 2 5/8. Yeah. 2 5/8. Of course, I just wiped this off, so it's damp. So you're going to see wet spots on it, but it'll be all right. And I need to trim where this is beyond the frame here. And then I want to trim this down. Measure the thing you're trying to go on. Let's see. Looks like 2 3/4. Let me get a tissue and dry this off a little bit. Yeah, my blade needs to be replaced. 2 3/4. I don't know if I have another one or not over there in my supplies. Did I cut it wrong? Did I cut it too short? You know what? We're going to go with it. Just like that. The birds are greeting the day outside. I can hear them chirping. Because I'm so far from the edge here, I'm going to pull those two. And I get all these cards made up. Then when I send Happy Mail, it'll be really easy to just reach for a card. All right, so now we got a focal image created. We'll bring one of our mats over. So now we need to put something behind him. These are kind of interesting. I think these were leftovers from a prompt game that we did or something. Very interesting. Ah, the blue is tape. Let's tear this smaller. It didn't tear very good. I think this is mixed media paper. I know, I'll use some of those flowers. All right, after this one, I'm going to sign off because I've been on an hour and I'm trying to keep my videos and my lives an hour or less so that folks that used to watch a lot of my videos when they were just shorter videos can have, see some. And I'll share the cards I've made this morning. We got 4 cards made in an hour. 15 minutes to a card, I guess. I'll put some of this on the back here. And I'm going to sit here and keep making cards for a while after I sign off. I might keep going until I've made all of them, and then I can post a picture of all the cards on my community tab. That's what I'll do, so you guys won't miss out on that. And I'm going to use these
has decorations for this card on the front. Embellishments, decorations. I knew what I meant. This book paper's from 1918, it says. And the kitty cat's got stuff, so we can quickly put this together. So I hope you guys don't mind if I sign off here in a minute. See, my mother-in-law paid for the newspaper, Mina, and then she never gets it. I don't know if they don't have a reliable person to deliver or what, but quite frankly, our newspaper is not even worth paying for anymore. There's just nothing to it. I'll put that one there. I have to heat my coffee up. It's sat there and gotten cold. All right, then we'll put the kitty cat on. Do you remember how thick the newspapers used to be with all the ads and people looking for people to work and everything like that's done online now. Bring us a card back. I'm going to show you guys all the cards I've made. I still need to add sentiments to them, but I'll do that when I do all of the cards. I'll just go through and do all the sentiments at once. So that way I can put all of this pile away and pull out all the words, because I put all my words in a separate envelope just to make life easier on myself. Make sure I've got the card opening in the right direction so the cat's not like upside down or backwards, or upside down and backwards. And see, I could have double matted this and put a piece of white on the back of the black, make the black smaller, but it's okay. If I used the white, it would have pulled all the white together, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to stick this flower down here. That bird's just singing her heart out. And this card here will be real easy because I just have to add the mat and stuff. So, there's the kitty cat card. And there's the girl. And the flowers. So if you get greeting cards and you want to reuse them, just cut a section out and then you have the start of another card. And I'm sorry it's focusing in and out. I forgot to turn that off. So 4 cards. So playing your bits and bobs. And hi, Barb, and bye, Barb. I'm fixing to sign off. I just wanted to come on and make some cards real quick. And I'll talk with you all on Wednesday, if not before. Have a great day. Bye.